Yo, what up? It is the 22nd of October, 2024. It is currently 10:20 p.m. on a Tuesday. And, uh-oh. Did I do my money tree? Yes, I did. I always... Sometimes I forget that I do it, and then today I forgot that I did do it. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes I forget to do it on that day. Today I forgot that I did it yesterday. So that's new. You know, I was thinking earlier today, actually, about how this is episode 296, I believe. Yeah, my method is, at least for this month, you add 4 to the date, so today is the 22nd, so I know it ends with a 6, and I know that we're around that mark. So yeah, it's 296 today, which means we're coming up on the 300 mark, which is the last 100 milestone. We're not going to see a 400 because, well, you know, there's only 366 days this year, actually. 366 days in a year. Which is, so that makes 300 a pretty significant milestone, but then, you know what, we still have, 66 days after that, a whole 2 months, basically. But yeah, let's talk to Cube. The other night I had a really beautiful dream. Oh, excuse me. It was about a restaurant where they make anything you asked for. Yeah, you could order fruit salad and a dark chocolate or 10, and you could eat as much as you wanted. The only bad thing about it was it's just a dream. But yeah, I was just thinking about how many episodes, or how many titles I've had to come up with. And pretty much all of them are, like, not bad. I mean, there's definitely ones that are bad, but I'd say I put a decent amount of effort into all of them. Sometimes I have to comb through the episode because I forgot what I talked about and I named it, like, significantly after I recorded it. But recently, I've been doing, I name it while I'm uploading it so that I've got it fresh in my memory. And usually I try to focus in on something so that I can have a good thing for a title. You know, I'm trying to give my singing career a boost with a few live shows, but I'm totally out of cute dresses. I've already worn all of mine. Ooh, I gotta find a new outfit before I have to go on stage. Good luck with that. Oh, you don't think... Oh, yeah, no, that makes... Okay, I understand. Well, we do have Gracie here today, which actually makes the prospect of getting an outfit pretty, achievable here. Oh, Mr. Rose. I don't know who Mr. Rose is. It's a good joke. Yeah, we have letter space, so let's talk to Gracie. Let's do our fashionista quiz. We'll see if I want to do it for everyone, because I'm starting to run out of money here. Oh, I have a Gracie shirt on, I actually forgot. Yeah, let me bring out my spreadsheet. So the thing about the Gracie shirts is that they're just as common as each other. I talked about the rarity system the other day, but it does not apply to this game. It's actually... Oh, no, apply to this game, sorry. It doesn't apply to Gracie. Everything she can give you is just as likely to be given, as far as I know, at least. So yeah. Really, you would hope I'd be getting a new Gracie shirt every time, but my track record's generally been a 1 in 4, because on average, when I do, have Gracie visit with all 4 characters, I usually get at least one of them being new. That's the general route. But right now we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have 9 Gracie shirts left. Which isn't very many, which leaves a lot of double-ups, potential double-ups. We still have not gotten Gracie's top, which is, like, the main Gracie shirt. It's got her name in it, for Pete's sake. Apparently I got the fashionista badge, which is good. Means I don't have a moldy shirt to throw out. Okay, so we're getting 5,000. So, I think today I'm going to do something very retro, at least by my standards, and shake down some trees for money. So that because, like, oh, melon shirt? Watermelon shirt. No, I do not need that. Okay, we are going to do Gracie with every character today. She took my glasses off and my afro. I don't appreciate either of those things. What do we give? I feel like I don't know where I got this bubblegum shirt from, but I'm gonna give it to Pompom, even though I already had it, so it doesn't even matter. Here you go. Huh, you're giving me a bubblegum shirt? Truly? Wow, you're so super generous. I can't wait to try it on. Wow, I was gonna say it matches perfectly, but it almost matches too perfectly, because it looks like she doesn't have a shirt on at all. Because it's white. White! Absolute best, I love it! Great. I'm glad I got a happy customer. Hey, Bree. Glad to see her just here, because sometimes she just sneaks up, or sneaks away. Hey, do you think boys and girls can be friends? You're absolutely right. Take Genji and Marina, for example. Right now, they seem like the best of friends. But you know why they're just waiting for something to spark. God, I've been working on talking slower when I like read things out. Because I talk very quickly, I find. I think it's because I don't know. I don't know if I would call myself impatient, but I definitely call myself well, I'm definitely someone who just sort of wants to get in and get done, you know? So I guess, like, I don't know. I don't know if it's an efficiency thing or if it's just me. I don't know. I think it's just how the way my brain works. Because I don't consciously think, like, oh, I need to talk faster. I just do, you know? We'll keep that rose there. That's a good... Actually, I want that for this area of my garden. But yeah, I've been trying to work on talking a little bit slower when I read stuff. For the benefit of this series, I mean. And especially because I seem to very often, just sort of not read properly. Like, the words just sort of show up and I just kind of, like, don't read them properly. Oh, Hugh's trying to leave. Why there, Disco S? You're too late, dinner just ended. Okay, so I've read that, like, about 1,000,000 times. That's not a good example, but, like, let's see here. I'm Disco S, I'm moving away. There, I said it. I couldn't bear to see you cry, so I've been keeping it secret from you until now. But the time has come to say farewell, so thanks for everything. I almost said stay farewell. Oh! Okay, well, Hugh is very quick to fold. Yeah, but, I'm not... I don't know if I'm a great orator. Like, I like writing, but I don't know if I'm good at speaking with the writing, you know? And I'm definitely not good at, like, improv, oration. Like, I'm not good at just, like, talking. Especially when I'm trying to explain something that I think. I can think in my head, like, the exact words of how I feel about something, and then, you know, make that into writing. But, for whatever reason... you know, when it comes to having to explain a certain thing, like, just off the cuff, like, talking, I just completely collapse. At least, I don't know, maybe it's only when I'm in the presence of another person, because it sounds like I'm doing just fine here. I think maybe I feel a sense that I need to, like, hurry up with my explanations for things sometimes, like the person I'm talking to is, like, waiting for me to be done. But if that is the case, then it's purely subconscious, because I've never, like... I don't think I've ever consciously thought that I need to do that. I don't know. I don't know. A day inside of my mind... Well, someone knowledgeable having a day inside of my mind would probably do a lot of good for me. I'm glad Peewee's growing a nice hodgepodge of flowers right here. It's very nice. We'll let him keep growing that stuff. Yeah, I think at this point, I'll buy store-bought... When I buy store-bought flowers, I'll join them with everything else, but... If flowers just get planted naturally around, I'm just gonna keep them. I'll just, like, water them, and they'll stay where they are. At least I think. Unless there's something I'm really adamant on being in a particular place. Like a hybrid. When I signed up for the Happy Room Academy, they scored me right away. It wasn't a very high score, but I figured that I'd learn more as time went by. But I'm still not any good at decorating my room. I'm so bummed. I mean, I can... If I did, acting... Well, I did drama in, high school. I don't know why, actually. Like, I know... I like acting, but I don't know what compelled me to want to do drama, honestly, because I'm not... I don't know. I feel like if you do theatre, you've either got an ego, or you're just very social. And really, most people who are very social also have an ego. So really, it comes back around to having an ego a lot of the time. My hobby is fossil collecting, of course. Doy. Thing is, I've been having here it is. Thing is, I've been having such a hard time finding one. I wish someone would go look for it with me. You know what? I got you covered, Snake. Buddy old pal. Okay. I guess I need to get it assessed for him to care. I guess it's meant to be a fossil competition, because he's acting like I'm like racing him in that dialogue. But yeah, if I like when I was able to, you know, if I could perform, if I could memorize a script, I used to be really good at memorizing scripts, and I say used to, but I probably could still be good at it. I just haven't done any acting like since I guess 2 years ago. But I remember getting into my roles and thinking that I did a pretty good job, although I probably wouldn't want to watch myself or anything. Hopefully, though, I did a good job, according to... I mean, I got appraised by, like, a professional when I did a performance in front of him, for a school play. It was fine, I guess. Also, they said I should, harness that talent for something, and I haven't. But, I mean, I don't know. I just don't know if I've got the, like, I don't know, presence for acting. Like, I can act, like, the thing is, I think what my brain, everything I do like it's a task, and acting isn't something you're supposed to really do like it's a task. You're sort of supposed to do it like it's, like, I don't know, like art, I guess. Basically what I mean is, like, I'm not like I don't know, I'm not like spiritually an actor. I just sort of act and I, you know, do it, and it's like, I enjoy it. I mean, maybe I can try doing one of those, like, you know, things where you just sign up, go to a random place and act in a play. You know, just a little of me. Well, thanks. Amber is a good fossil, actually. Wow, you gave me a $3,000 fossil. I gave you that, and you gave me $500. Thank you. Yeah, I don't know. I don't feel like a huge passion for it. It just sort of seems like something I enjoyed, I guess. I honestly enjoy, like, voice acting, I think, a bit more, although I haven't really done any. I mean, I feel like everyone likes voice acting, right? Everyone's tried to voice act at least one time, I'm sure, or at least most people have. Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep this here. That's a good clover. They probably die in the winter anyway, so that's not staying around for too long, but it's cool. But, oh, Purple Rose, let's go. Now, I'm gonna be annoying, and that's because I need to take this to Rolfton, because I've got a serious Purple Rose shortage over there, and I need as many as I can over there to be able to breed, blue roses, because I need, like, 4 blue roses. But I can assure you that once I've gotten the blue roses I need, which is, like, 2 more, then I'll bring back all the purple roses and, you know, those blue roses, and it'll be a hell of a time. I don't think I need blue check print. No, blue pinstripe is what I'm looking for. Yeah, so that purple rose won't be around for a little bit. But I will bring it back. Unless I, like, accidentally kill it, which I hope I don't do. It sounds like I want to do it. I do hope I don't do that. But yeah, I have, like, a whole field of white roses in Rolfton. I barely get any purple roses. I get one here, and there's, like, you know, like, 10 of them. So this, and this. Ooh. Something in there was expensive. Probably the Gracie shirt. Yeah, Gracie shirts will sell for, like, at least 1,000 bells. Alright, let's buy some flowers. Sorry, I'm being a bit shaky at the moment. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe I should go back to acting. It's also a thing where, like, if you want to do a career in it, like, that's the thing where I say I'm not, like, socially an actor, because I don't, like, I wouldn't, like, you know, go out of my way to be all, buddy-buddy with people. I mean, not that I'm, like, an asshole or anything, but, like, I don't know. I'm not, I guess I'm a little bit socially awkward, pardon the total, you know, genericness of that, that prospect of, you know, someone being socially awkward, but whatever, yeah, that's matter of fact, I can't really, like, do anything about it. I probably could. Point being, yeah, I'm not, like, I wouldn't, like, you know, there's a very, you know, pretty easily identifiable, like, stereotype of actors, and it's not a negative thing, of them just being very, you know, social and, I guess, loud might be the word you're looking for. I'm looking for. I'm fumbling my words today. And yeah, I'm just not really like that. I keep to myself a lot more. I just sort of, in terms of acting, I just sort of want to, you know, do it if I do want to do it. Which isn't really how people usually are. And I don't, it's not to say that I need to be like everyone else, but I don't know. Especially for something like acting and a lot of art things, it's sort of a lot about knowing people rather than, like, the skill. Obviously, the skill is important, but a lot of it is that, you know, that idea of, you know a guy who knows a guy kind of thing. Just how a lot of people get into these industries. And I'm not, you know, like I said, not a social person, so I don't know a guy who knows a guy, because I don't know, I mean, most of the people I know are just, like, regular schmucks like me, which, nothing wrong with them, I love them for it, if anything, but, you know, it's not gonna make any ins. So, I don't know, do I want to put energy into acting when I know it's not gonna go anywhere, or maybe I shouldn't be thinking about, you know, success, maybe I should think about, like, just regular fulfillment. Who knows? I mean, definitely right now, you know, I got stuff on my plate with, like, uni and stuff, so I don't really want to be complicating that any more than I have to. Hey, what does your house look like now, anyway? It's roomy. I'm lying. You got it all wrong. It's all about being huge as a house, not a hotbod. Think about all the cleaning. That life's just not for me. Suit yourself, Genji. G-Man. You're the boss. He's not the boss, but, yeah, he likes it when I say that. Yellow tulips. This one. Yeah, I like that my flowers are more, like, sectioned off. It makes it easier to, like, know where they all are. Oh god, I've got so many of them. Got a lot of, okay, I got a couple reds here. I'm put in my backyard. Front yard, I guess. Oh, the red rose can go up here, though. But yeah, I do enjoy, or I did enjoy acting. I don't think I'm sworn against it, really. It's just a thing where I don't know how, well it would go down if I, you know, went back to it or anything. It's not on my priority list, I guess, is what I'll say. Oh yeah, I added that red tulip, didn't I? Let's add... I want red tulips here. You can put red pansy. There's already a lot of red pansies here. I'm gonna put it behind. Oh no, there's already one behind the tree. I don't know where to put it. Like here? I used to think another thing with that whole acting thing is that, like, I was probably a good actor for, like, how old I was, but the thing is that it's so, like, it's such a competitive industry that it's, like, being okay isn't really good enough, you know? You have to kind of have like a what is it, like the, you know, not the special sauce, like a knack, not a knack, like a Pizzazz, I guess. You gotta have Pizzazz. Oh, what's his nickname idea? Boss. I feel like we already did this, but yeah, sure. No, wait, I didn't mean to say no. Oh, okay. Okay, I'm gonna say boss, because I wanted to use that, actually. There you are. So you like boss, do you? Yep. Okay. But yeah, I don't know if I'm good for, like, you know, on a higher level. I don't know, it shouldn't be about being good or whatever, but it's my main point being overall that I just don't see the value. I mean, I just don't know if it's worth the effort, I guess. I don't know. Alright, let's get some fruit. We can hold 3 trees worth of fruit. 500 per is 9 times 500, which is 4,500. It's pretty good. 4,500. If I had all my slots available, it would be 5 times, or, well, 15 times 500, which is like, what, let's see, 7,500. And I've got a lot of fruit, so I probably should be doing this, actually. I should be selling as much fruit as possible, because I've got such few monies to throw around these days. I do want to get at least, you know, I want to be getting those Boondocks feathers, and I need like 300,000 bells and donations for my next one. So, yeah, I kind of should be getting on that. And maybe going back into turnips, who knows. Shaking trees, grabbing pears. But yeah, I just have this very distinct memory of, we're about to do a performance, and like being backstage ready to come out, and like seeing everyone else around me be like, oh, nervous because like stage fright or whatever, and I just had this feeling that was like, it was very strange to me, this feeling that I was just like, I wanna go out there. Like, what, I'm bored of sitting around here waiting for it to start. I want to go out there and act. And it was so weird. Like, because I feel like at no point I had ever really felt that, like, nervous stage frightness. And, like, yeah, in that moment I just sort of realized, like, no, I don't have stage fright. I want to be out there. And, like, I mean, I don't know, maybe that speaks to, I feel like something like that, for me, is like speaking to like more of a lack of self-awareness than it does to a increase in confidence, but that could also be a general lack of confidence in my own abilities, so it all comes back around to the same thing, I guess. I don't know, I'm usually pretty self-aware about that sort of thing to a fault, like, what are people going to think of me, what are they going to say, even though nobody's going to say anything, you know? But I mean, just not having stage fright isn't like, you know, the all you need. Like, but I did do 2 roles for, it was basically, I've only really done one proper play. But I did drama class where you do a lot of like monologues and, you know, 2 people scenes and stuff like that. So like, one major play, I guess, which isn't huge, obviously. And in that, I played 2 characters who were pretty, well, I wouldn't say they were polar opposites, but they were pretty different roles. I feel like I did them both justice, and one was like a jock, which is like not my speed in the slightest, so that's not, and I didn't method act for that one. So yeah, I had to kind of figure that out. I mean, maybe there's some sort of correlation with, like, liking acting and not having a lot of self-confidence because you want to be a different person. It's like Rango. If you've ever seen the movie Rango, that's basically what I... it's basically the plot of that movie, where he just spends the entire time being someone else because he just, you know, doesn't believe in himself, you know, on his own. I suppose that's I wouldn't say a morbid way, but it's not a very happy way of thinking about it. But I don't know. I've come to learn that I don't know a thing about myself compared to what other people think of me. Not in the sense, like, of people that are judgmental, but I mean more so, like, in terms of how good I am at things. I can't... I'm so bad at self-evaluating my skills and stuff because I'm just so inherently critical. And not even just critical, I'm just so inherently, like, skewed against, like, everything that I do. To the point where, you know, sometimes it's difficult to feel, you know, to praise myself because I don't have a good frame of reference. I don't know. Which I guess does mean I have a big ego because it means I feed off of people complimenting me. I mean, not necessarily, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, even this series is kind of an example of that, where it's like, for me, I'm just like sort of sitting down and playing a game every day. You know, I've seen people say really nice things about this, so I'm glad about that. And I mean, yeah, it definitely takes commitment to do this. You know, I've already been playing for 26 minutes today. And I do need to, actually... Well, here's the thing. I want to make sure every other character has enough money for Gracie today. So what I'll do is I'll just put 3 things of 5,000 bells, and if I need them, then I'll take them. If I don't, then I'll leave them, and then I get whatever's left over, which might just be nothing. So let's do that. So yeah, we're going to do Gracie with everyone today. The way it should be, really. Grab the 1 and you can take 1,000 bells out, which is really convenient. Yeah, I guess imposter syndrome would be what I was describing just a second ago, of that idea of, like, not knowing how good I am at certain things because I don't have a good frame of reference. I mean, it makes sense, right? You're you, and for you, everything that you do is from that perspective. If you do something difficult, but if you do it very consistently and repetitively, then in your mind it's probably not going to be considered that difficult, like the way your brain evaluates it. It's all about perspective. So that's why you kind of need feedback, even if it sounds kind of egotistical. You kind of need feedback because it's sometimes the only way to know that you're, like, you know, better than average at something. Or in an inverse sense, if you feel that something you do is really easy, and you're not sort of used to getting feedback that says otherwise, then you're just going to go your whole life thinking you're a master at something when it turns out you're just sort of mediocre by, you know, other people's standards. It's a balance of not, you know, being too concerned about what other people think about you, but also realizing that you kind of have to take in other people's feedback after a certain point, because you can't just, you know... some people need to care a little bit more, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Like, some people are too concerned with, you know, not coming across as like they don't care, but you kind of need to care sometimes. Also, I've been talking a lot, and I need water. They're fakes. What was I doing today? Oh yeah, I'll talk about this. I think this is fun. Fun topic. Today, I was listening to Sounds for the Supermarket, which was an album released in 1975. It's an interesting, very interesting album. Basically, this company made an album of music, and you'll definitely recognize the first a couple of tracks in there. Music specifically made for grocery or supermarkets, grocery stores, really. And yeah, so what's interesting about it is basically, they made this album of music that sounds like, you know, it's for grocery stores, and they presented them to these supermarket companies saying, yeah, this music subliminally, it sends subliminal, like, wavelengths that make people feel more inclined to, like, spend money and buy groceries. Which is obviously just... Tin shirt. No, I don't need that. It's obviously just a marketing ploy on their part, because, you know, I mean, at least in my opinion, that kind of thing doesn't really exist, right? Like, subliminal, you know, messaging. Like, the real conclusion to make... I'm gonna sell this stuff that I've got on me, by the way. The real conclusion to make is, you know, music that makes you happy, which was generally what the album was designed around, making you know, pleasant sounds. Music that makes you happy, and then when you're happier, you spend more money, because you're in a better spending mood. It's a pretty direct correlation, right? But no, they sold it on the idea that it's subliminally suggested to you to buy groceries, which is obviously a major exaggeration they made just for the sake of, you know, selling it to stores. But I mean, it worked. I mean, but yeah, it's kind of weird to listen to it standalone. I'll admit, like, it isn't exactly like, it's probably not your typical playlist music, but it is pleasant. Like, it does work. It doesn't work. I don't feel like buying groceries or anything, but it definitely works at feeling, you know, nice and pleasant. And yeah, today's the second time I've listened to it. I haven't gotten through the whole thing yet, but it's the second time I've probably talked about it before, because I listened to it the first time earlier this year. But I just think it's really interesting. I think there are other sounds for albums, so like this is sounds for the supermarket. I think there's other ones, but I don't know. I've not seen them, or I guess heard them. Yeah, if you want to look at that, it's interesting. You'll most definitely recognize, like, I think the first one is, like, the most recognizable. But it's got that very nice sound, a lot of instruments that I don't know the names of, you know, that kind of thing. Oh, you know what? Actually, while I'm knife, I need to quickly go around and make sure... I know that there's at least one path that's been taken by mistake. I need to go replace it using knife's collection of designs. Yeah, sounds for the supermarket. It's very interesting. I think it's... Well, I think it's very interesting to think of a time when, you know, music was made specifically for, you know, supermarkets and stuff like that. Whereas nowadays, I guess correct me if I'm wrong, but mostly when I hear music in, you know, public stores and that, it's just, like, pop music, really. It's just whatever's on the radio, like, popular on the radio. Which, you know, not really gonna fault people for that. I think it's way more cost effective, right? You just get to play music and it's right off Spotify or whatever, and you don't need to, like, you know, buy an album that contains subliminal music or whatever, because I feel like now, you know, companies have sort of seen through that facade, I guess, that's even a thing. But yeah, it's definitely interesting to think of a time when that, you know, that was a concept, but that was just how, you know, people just made full albums for that and sold them to big stores. If I ever had a grocery store, I'd definitely be playing that music, though. I feel like it would be a lot nicer. I don't know. I'm not, like, I hate being the all modern music sucks thing, because obviously it's not true, but the songs that get on the radio, I will say, get very repetitive, and obviously that's because they're on the radio, and I know all that stuff, but I don't know, there's just a lot of songs that get on there that I just think, like, why is this song even popular? It definitely makes me feel, should I say, out of touch? But I don't know. Even when I was a kid, I never felt, like, super attached to a lot of the songs that would come on the radio. But you definitely hear that, like, you get that, sometimes you hear music that's like, oh, it's a throwback, they're playing something older, and, like, you know, at least this is what I've noticed, is that the instrumentation is, like, noticeably more complex, and there's, like, multi-layered use of these pretty authentic, like, genuine instruments, like pan flutes. Do you ever hear a song that uses pan flutes now? Not that I'm saying pan flutes are, like, incredible, but, you know, you don't play that, like, on its own, but the whole point of these instruments is you play them in synergy with other things and it makes it sound, you know, cool. But nowadays everything's just, you know, it's all synthesizers. It's all, you know, FL Studio things. Another tin shot? Are you kidding me? 2 in a row. God. But yeah, I prefer that sort of more authentic sound to music, I guess, compared to, you know, just all being synthetic synthesizers, synth, that word, over and over again. It's all a matter of opinion, though. You definitely hear it when certain songs get, like, covered. I forgot, there was a song that was playing just the other day that I thought this specifically, but I forgot what song it was, that got a cover later on, and you can noticeably tell that it got less complex. Anyway, that's just the thing now, right? It's like, it's an age of minimalism, but I don't know. There's a pretty big wave of people that don't like minimalism. And I'm not exactly out of that, you know, category. Like, I definitely, there's definitely a part of me that agrees and that prefers things to be, you know, oh, okay, I definitely don't need this money, are you kidding me? Yeah, there definitely is that part of me that prefers that complexity that you would get with, just all the things in general. You know, skeuomorphism is the name for, you know, graphics that attempt to look like real-life things. I guess a good example would be, like, if you remember the old Instagram logo, it used to look like a camera. Like, it's trying to look like a real-life camera, right? It's that kind of thing. It's like if you put a, like, sticky note on a PowerPoint presentation and it looks like a real sticky note. That's skeuomorphism in a nutshell. But nowadays, things are doing the exact opposite. They're trying to look as simple as possible. And it's very, yeah, it's definitely sterile, like, beyond anything, even, and yeah, there's a part of me that's like, yeah, it's kind of boring, I don't know. But, like, you know, you see those logo evolutions, and it's like you're getting less and less complex over time, and you just kind of think, oh no. Like, I guess the question is, you know, something like, I don't know, the Pringles logo, you know, it's the Pringle mascot, right? Would that be as well known and, like, I guess iconic today if it had been that simplistic looking from the very beginning? Or is its success mostly just due in part just to its association with such a popular product, you know? I think it's just a thing where, like, executives, you know, arbitrarily decide that these things need to stay modern, and then so they don't look like they're stuck in the past, or they spend, like they'll spend millions of dollars just to get a basic logo change. It's ridiculous. Butterfly shirt. I don't need a butterfly shirt. That's a very pretty looking shirt, though. I didn't know I had that already. I kind of like that. Yeah, so this is my thoughts on the music industry. And I was talking about the sounds of the supermarket, wasn't I? Yeah, I think I think it's an interesting album. Sounds for the supermarket, sorry, not sounds of the supermarket. I guess because they made it for it. Do I have a mini Lamentoid? But yeah, I don't have a stake in music, really, because I don't make it, nor do I know it. I'm not musically talented in the slightest. Like, I don't know any technical knowledge, really, at all. I mean, I might know a couple terms here and there, but otherwise, yeah, I'm completely useless on it. So I'm not expecting anyone to, you know, care what I think about music, so, yeah. So it is what it is, I guess. But yeah, that's gonna be about it for today. And tomorrow will probably not be as long of a day, but we'll see what happens, I guess.